Hello everyone and welcome to your Sunday fun day. Fun day because these pants are ridiculously awesome. But Sundays are for yin as promised. So it's more of like a lavender and lay down kind of day, which is the oil that I've rubbed on my wrists. I've rubbed it behind my ears and on my neck. So if you want to do any of that little prep work, you go ahead. With yin, I do encourage you to have some supportive props, and they don't have to be a bolster like this. They could be something like a really firm couch cushion or a big blanket that you want to roll up. Anything like that helps. I do ask that you grab those things before we start because I'll be using them, and we want to work on some heart openers and opening up the front of the body today. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. I invite you to sit up on a block or a firm cushion, a bolster if you have one, and then get your spine nice and tall. Just take a moment to work out any kinks, move your body a little, scratch your face, pick your wedgie if you need to, and then find stillness. As you feel ready, close your eyes. Start to tune into the places where your body is supported. Let those places of contact invite gravity in. Begin to feel a heaviness. You might imagine that your lower body is rooting down into the earth. Let those roots grow down and out, creating an anchor, providing stability, allowing you to feel held. And with your lower body rooting down, allow your upper body to grow tall. Let your spine find length. Let the crown of your head reach towards the sky. And as you bring a firmness into your belly, bring a softness into your eyes and into the muscles of your face. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. We're going to take 3 full breaths together, inhaling through our nose, exhaling loudly, make it audible through your mouth. Begin with an easy inhale and an easy exhale. First breath, fill your belly, expand your ribs, lift your chest, fill all the way, hold it in for 3, for 2, for 1. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, belly fills, expand your ribs. Lift your chest, keep filling, hold it in, 3, 2, 1, let it go. Last big breath, expand, please keep expanding, fill all the way, hold it in. Open your mouth, sink back into your body. Pause. Let your breath return to your nose. I invite you to practice with a slower, a smoother, a more full breath for the entire duration of this gentle, restorative practice today. Lift the corners of your mouth. As you feel ready, blink your eyes open. And enjoy your practice. Your hands can release into your lap. Drop your chin to your chest. Take a big breath into the back of your neck. Exhale, start to draw slow, large circles in one direction. Notice every single angle, every sensation as you move your neck. Work out any kinks. You might notice a little bit of crunching sound at the back of your neck as you move. That's okay. And the next time that your chin reaches your chest, switch directions. Draw them the other way. Keep that slow, steady pace. Notice if your breath has become shallow once again. Invite depth back into your lungs. Last full circle. Let your head hang, chin towards your chest, big breath into the back of your neck. Sigh it out. Keep your chin tucked into your chest, round through your spine, reach your arms out in front of your body, palms face one another. Take a moment to sway from side to side. Bring a stretch into the sides of your rib cage as you reach in one direction and then the other. One more time each side. And then pause in the middle, big breath into your back. Sigh it out. On your next inhale, turn your thumbs, let them drive back, bring your chest forward. Exhale, round through your spine, reach away from your body. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round last time. Release your fingers to the earth. Roll up into your seated position. And then send your hands over the cross in your leg and uncross your legs. Find a tabletop position. If you have some sort of prop that you can lift your hands up on, it might be 2 books or 2 large cans, whatever you have at home. You'll use those next, but first we'll come into a tabletop position, running through a little bit of cat-cow. Inhale to drop your belly, pull your chest through the gateway of your shoulders, lift your face. Exhale, round your spine, find space between your shoulder blades. Let the top of your head be heavy. Moving at the pace of your own breath, I invite you to slow this down. Match the entire length of your movement with the entire length of your breath. Close your eyes and use this as an opportunity to scan through your body. Notice any areas of tension and breathe it out. If you've noticed an area that feels particularly tight and you'd like to linger there, please do. Keeping your eyes closed, slide your hands a little bit closer to the top of your mat. Widen your knees. And then let this cat-cow get off its tracks. Bring a stretch into the sides of your rib cage, into your hips. Don't worry about how this looks. Just enjoy how it feels to let your body lead you. Give yourself permission to be a little weird. And wherever you are, enjoy 3 more rounds of breath. And we'll meet in a nice comfortable table once again. Bring your knees closer together. Take hold of your blocks or your props. Pour the weight of your body into your left knee. Step your right knee in between your props. Let your pelvis get really heavy. Soften. Sink down. Let go of the need to grip. Let your chest and your crown reach high. And then close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And begin sending your breath to the place in your body where it feels most expansive. And keep your breath slow and steady. See if you can match the length of your inhale with that of your exhale. Notice if there's any last little bit of gripping of the muscles. See if you can allow your body to soften. Notice if any discomfort creeps up. Any frustration, see if you can breathe through it. You have the option to stay here, or perhaps you'd like to bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot off the mat so that your toes are off and your heel is on. You might stay on your blocks, or you might lower down to the earth. If this feels good, stay here, or perhaps you'd like to open your right knee to the side and bring the weight of your leg onto the pinky toe edge of your foot. Once again, soften, let go of your gripping, release any tension. And then perhaps you begin to lower once again, coming to your forearms, or all the way down to the mat, whatever is available for your body. If you notice you've come to a place where you cannot let go of your gripping, that is your body's way of telling you you've gone too far. And oftentimes when we're stretching, we look for the most intense sensation, thinking that that is what will propel us forward into more flexibility, more progress. But in reality, when we can allow our muscles to relax, we stretch not only the superficial fascia and muscles, but we stretch the deeper connective tissues. And that, my friends, is why I believe yin is the X factor when it comes to any sort of physical performance and also preventative in regards to injuries. So find that edge, step back just a little bit, and send your breath to that place in your body where you feel the most significant stretching sensation. Wherever you are, find one more full inhale and slow exhale. If you're down on your forearms, gently and mindfully begin to rise. Slowly bring your knee in, if you're in that variation, and heel toe your foot back to the middle of your mat. Take hold of your blocks on their highest setting or your props and begin to straighten through your right leg. End at a place where your left hip is directly over top of your left knee. You might need to slide your right heel forward. Hands are under your shoulders. Flex your right foot rather, pulling your toes towards your face. Press your heel down and imagine pulling your heel towards your body without actually moving it. You'll feel the back of your right leg light up. Send a big breath there. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your elbows. Begin to fold down the middle of your mat. Option to lower your hands down and walk them towards your foot. With every breath in, lengthen through your spine. Feel expansion at the back of your right leg. With every breath out, perhaps you fold a millimeter more. Think about sending the crown of your head towards your toes rather than your face towards your knees. It's a very different sensation. One more full breath in. Slow breath out as you melt. And then gently walk your hands back up. Find your support. Begin to slide your right foot back and your knees come back into line. Sway your hips from side to side. Notice if you feel a difference at the front of your hips. And then bring your knees back together. Send your arms out underneath where your shoulders would be if you were in table. And then step your left foot forward. Let your pelvis relax and get heavy. Bring a stretch into the front of your right hip. Once again, think about lifting your chest, lifting your crown. And at the same time that you find a lift in your upper body, you find a heaviness, a lowering in your hips, your entire pelvis. Notice if you could soften through your eyes or face. Breathe through any frustration. Come back to that longer and smoother breath. See if you can keep it gentle and calm. And see if you can feel it at the front of your right hip. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just come back to your breath, consciously sending each inhale to that place in your body where you feel the most significant stretching. You can stay here, or perhaps you'd like to bring your hand on the inside of your left foot. Heel toe your foot over so that your toes are off your mat and your heel is on. Check in with your hips to notice how this feels. Option to stay, or perhaps you lower down onto your hands. This might feel like enough. But move slowly, let your body catch up to your brain's intention. And if you'd like to open your left knee to the side and bring the weight of your leg onto the pinky toe edge of your foot, then go ahead. Check in with your hips each stage of the way. Continue to let them soften, and soften some more. If you'd like to take the opportunity to lower down onto your forearms, then go ahead. Find that place of support. Find your edge. And just step back a tiny bit from your edge. Option to let your eyes soften or close. Breathe into your hips. When we stretch in such a way and for a longer period of time, we're actually releasing fluid back into our joints and increasing the longevity of our joints. Over time, we can often get tightness, especially in such a large joint as our hips, because they begin to dry out. So when you can bring more moisture, more fluidity into the hip joint, or any joint for that matter, then we can create more longevity, more comfort in our body as we age, or as we level up, I should say. So regardless of what level you are, you can still function, you can still enjoy your life. Find one more full breath in and slow breath out. And then begin to rise up on your hands if you're on your forearms. Slowly bring your knee back in if it's out. Heel toe your foot back into the middle of your mat. Take hold of your support once again. And begin to send your hips over top of your right knee. Move slowly and mindfully. And then you might have to slide your left heel just a little bit forward. Pull your toes back towards your face as you flex your foot. Press your heel down and imagine pulling it back towards your body. Feel the back of your left leg light up. Full breath in. Feel that stretch. Exhale, begin to fold. Option to place your fingers down on your mat. Send each inhale to the back of your straight leg. Exhale, maybe you melt a millimeter more.
Once again, the intention is to send your crown towards your toes rather than your face towards your knees. It's a very different sensation in your back body. Breathe slowly. Take one more full breath in. One more opportunity to melt. And then gently walk your hands back in and up on your props. Slide your left foot back, bring your knees in line, and welcome a little sway. And then you can set your props off to the side. We're going to come into a nice long child's pose. So if you'd like to slide a blanket under your knees, please do so. If this is really uncomfortable at the top or the front of your ankles, roll something up and place it underneath your ankles. If you're noticing that your body is really tight, you also have the option of placing something in between your hips and your heels. So find what works for you. And then we're going to add a little bit of movement into our child's pose. So you can stay seated to begin and just find a little sway from side to side. Enjoy that movement in your hips. Walk a little bit further out. Keep moving, keep swaying. A little further out. Tense your fingers on the earth. Begin to lower down. Let them slide out in front of you. Keep them lifted for a moment. Bring a stretch into the armpits of your body and perhaps your chest. You might pause here. Or if it feels really good, you might send your left rib cage over to the left. Press down through your knees. Take a big breath in. Exhale, switch sides. Press down through your knees. Right rib cage over to the right. Press into the tips of your fingers for a full inhale. Exhale, begin to relax directly down the middle of your mat. Sink the middle of your forehead down. Let there be a little wrinkle of skin on the bridge of your nose as you press your forehead down. Let your body become heavy. Let your hips relax. Your arms, your shoulders, and your neck. Your whole body is relaxed. Return back to your longer, slower and smoother breath. With every breath in, think about expanding through not only your belly, but the muscles of your back and your inner groin. With every breath out, think about relaxing even more. Let go of any gripping. Consciously let your muscles melt. If you notice your mind begin to wander, that's okay. Just come back to your conscious breath. Keep it slow. Keep it steady. Enjoy one last full inhale. Sigh it out. Slowly rise up onto your hands. Shift forward and bring your knees closer together. Step 1 foot back. Enjoy that rush of blood as you set your toes down on the earth and find a little pulse back. And then switch sides. Enjoy that rush of blood back throughout your leg. Then set your knee down. This time we're going to move our knees towards our wrists at the top of our mat. Keep them really nice and wide. Your big toes can come to touch. We're going to come into a sleeping hero or a saddle pose. So this is a really great opportunity to use some sort of support behind your body. If you have a really big blanket, roll it up and create that support lengthwise. Alternatively, you might have a few cushions that you maneuver together. So go ahead and make any adjustments that you might need. You might also set 2 blocks underneath your support so that you have a little bit more height. We're going to be stretching the front of our thighs, which are the muscles of our quadriceps, but also the fascia that sits over top of those muscles. That can often be incredibly tight, especially if you're doing something all day that involves a lot of sitting, which many of us do, especially with COVID. So be really kind to yourself throughout this, especially if you have a bit of knee pain. So widen your knees a lot. And then just to try this out, if it's something completely new for you, walk your hands back. This might be enough for you. You might stay here. Squeeze the muscles of your bum and lift up your pelvis. Think about tipping your pubic bone towards your navel. And then set your hips back down. Honor your body if it feels best to stay here. And if you'd like a little bit more, then begin to lower down onto your forearms. If your support is high enough, you can relax down onto your support. And then just check in with the front of your thighs. Notice how that feels. Option to send your arms out wide. Bring this stretch into the chest and armpits of your body. Imagine finding and making a little bit more space for your heart. And when you feel ready, close your eyes. Begin to relax. Allow your muscles to melt. And let go of any thoughts that arise. Notice if you could soften through your eyes and jaw. You might notice that your support is a bit too high for you. If you'd like this stretch to be even more significant, then you might lay all the way down onto your shoulders. If you're all the way down on the ground, reach your arms overhead. Keep your knees on the earth. Continue sending your breath to the top of your thighs. We're here for 3 more rounds. If you're all the way down, begin to rise up onto your elbows and then slowly press into your palms. Lean forward and then step your legs back into a table. Find a little sway from side to side. We'll go through 3 more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, chest and face lift. Exhale, round through your spine. Press the earth away from your body. 2 more at your own pace. We'll all meet in a nice neutral table. Send your shoulders past your wrists. Begin to lower all the way down onto your belly. Squeeze the muscles of your bum and lift up. You can stay like this in baby cobra. Or if it feels really good, you might straighten through your arms. Keep your thighs heavy on the earth. And then breathe in to expand through your abdomen. You might get a little crack in your low back. As long as there's no pain, that's okay. And then slowly lower back down. Take a moment to create a little pillow for your face. Turn your head to one side. And then bend your knees and just find a little windshield wiper motion with your legs. Find stillness, relax all the way down. You have the option to stay here on your belly for Advasana, or perhaps you'd like to turn over and find relaxation on your back for Shavasana. Take any variation with your legs that feels best for your low back. If you have a bolster or some sort of thicker support, set it underneath your knees. Use that support even if you feel like you don't need it. You might walk your shoulder blades a little closer together behind you if you're on your back. And then just begin to allow your body to melt into the support beneath you. Feel a release. Let go of any gripping, any action in your muscles. Imagine your body so soft, so relaxed, completely calm, completely in the moment. Let yourself just be here with your breath. Please stay as long as you can. Namaste.